What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So in my last video, Diesel, whom wrote or is the artist of the song that I previously did with his tribute to Charlie Kirk, which was an absolutely amazing song, he wrote me in the comment section and said, "Hello, I'm Diesel. I'm the artist of this song. First, I want to say thank you for your service, and I appreciate your video of my song. I would be so honored if you watched my video called Never Been Given a Folded One." Diesel, I appreciate you reaching out. I'd be absolutely happy to check your song out. So that's what we're doing today. Never Been Given a Folding One by Diesel. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into it, see what this one's about.
If you ever watched him fold a flag and hand it to a mama who'll never see her son again, then maybe you'd think twice before you burn it. You spit on the cloth, you kneel at the song. You said ain't yours 'cause this country's done wrong. But I seen that flag draped over a box where a hero came home in a pine wood coffin. You scream out freedom with gasoline hands, while brave men bled in foreign lands. You ain't felt the silence of a 21 gun, 'cause you ain't ever been given a folded one. You don't know.
Okay. I don't know how you're not, I don't know how you're not immensely bigger than what you are, because you have a way of writing, because this hits me deep. When I got back from Iraq, my first deployment in 2005, for a period of time, I volunteered for it because I found out about it, and because I knew what it entailed. It felt to me like something I was supposed to do, and I volunteered for it. And what that job was to be one of the guys that was on the funeral honors team. And I did every position that there was. The only position I didn't have the honor of doing, mostly because I didn't have the rank to do it, but was the one that handed the flag. And I was a bugler, or I did the bugler thing. I was on the firing squad, but my favorite thing was folding the flag. And I took a lot of pride in being the one to fold that flag. And I have folded just a little over about 230 flags and passed them on to be passed to the next of kin. A lot of them were retired service members that just passed away from various reasons of old age. But there were a number of them whom were sons, daughters. There were a number of them that were husbands, wives, girlfriends, fathers that were over there and didn't make it home. And I have grown to the point now where he's talking about the 21 gun salute. And I've grown to the point where it's hard for me to hear it anymore. It's hard for me to hear taps being played. But come on.
Given a folded one. You don't know the weight of that flag on your knees when it's pressed in your arms and your soul just screams. A father, a daughter, a husband, a son, gone in a line for the job was done. It ain't just cloth, it ain't just thread, it's a promise made and a tear they bled. You disrespect it like it don't mean none, 'cause you ain't never been given a folded one. I held my brother's wife the day he died, watched two soldiers in dress blue stand side by side. They knelt and they prayed and handed her hope in a triangle flag, starched and broke. She clutched it like gold, tears raining down, while his boots and his tags were set in the ground. And I saw that flag burn on the evening news, and Lord, I almost lit that TV fuse.
One of the hardest things for me to see is somebody to desecrate this flag. So many people I know have fought and died for this flag. I have heard recently that President Trump is trying to, or has, I don't know. You see so much stuff flying across the news nowadays, it's hard to tell what's real and what's not. But from what I understand, Trump is trying to pass a law where if you desecrate a flag, you will see time behind bars. And the crazy thing about it is I agree with that, but I also agree with the freedom of speech. But at the same time, to blatantly go and put that flag on the ground and burn it just because you don't agree with something doesn't compute with me. It's like that's not to me, that's not a way to get a message apart or across. It just, that flag stands for so many good things. And so many good people have given their life for that flag. It's hard for me to hear this song and not think of all the brothers and sisters that I've lost.
News. And Lord, I almost lit that TV fuse. You don't know the weight of that flag on your knees when it's pressed in your arms and your soul just screams. A father, a daughter, a husband, a son, gone in the line for the job was done. It ain't just cloth, it ain't just thread, it's a promise made and a tear they bled. You disrespect it like it don't mean none, 'cause you ain't never been given a folded one. You never had to bury what it stood for. You curse it 'cause it never cost you a damn thing. flag on your knees, folded up tight with a soul underneath. It ain't just a symbol, it ain't just a sign, it's the last damn piece of someone's lifeline. So wave it high or walk away, but don't you dare set that flame to our graves. You dishonor every fallen one, and it shows. You ain't never been given a folded one.
Yo, this is deep, bro.
Diesel out.
I am proud of the service that I gave to our country. For those of you that don't know, I joined the service knowing, good and well, knowing that the likelihood of me being deployed and going to Iraq or Afghanistan was far greater than 90%. I knew because I joined right after 9/11 happened. I believe it was about a month later, I finally made a decision. I was like, if I don't go, somebody's going to have to go in my place. So that's when I went to the recruiter. I signed up. I think it was November of 2001. And then I finally left for for basic training January of 2002. And I graduated AIT literally the day, a year after 9/11. So, like I said, I knew there was no way that I joined at that time and wasn't going to end up over there. Through all of the things that I speak on this channel with the PTSD, the mental health, and various other things, a lot of it is hard to deal with. A lot of it is constant. But I'll always be proud, and I will never in my life will I regret not one decision that I made as it pertains to me going into the service. That's one thing I definitely will never regret. I wish I had done it sooner, maybe, but there's a lot of life choices that I would probably change, but that's not one of them for sure. I wish I could be there to help some of these people, some of these service members that are taking their own lives. Which is, that's part of the reason why I started this channel. And I know I've done good, but I still hear about people who feel like the alternative is a better option, and then it's not. Diesel, man, thank you. Thank you for suggesting this. Thank you for your support. And from what everybody's telling me, you're a truck driver. So if you're ever in the DFW, hit me up. I'd love to shake your hand. That's it for me, everybody. We'll catch y'all in the next one.